Welcome to the latest edition of the Tiger Men's Basketball Report. I'm your host, Spiro Marikas, along with the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Scarry. And coach, just one game this past week up at Hofstra, a team that you beat here at CQ. You knew they had revenge on their mind. Plus, you beat them a couple of times last year. You're not going to like this. But that was really a well-played basketball game. You guys ended on the short end, but it was really a well-played basketball game.
No, look, at Hofstra's very good. Speedy's done a great job. Estrada, Thomas, terrific. It took they got great shooting from the kid Washington off the bench late. Jerry Beach from up there ever hit me after, said it's a top 5 game he's seen in 20 years of CAA. I knew it was a high-level game. Look, we played hard. That's playing a good team on the road. You got to find a way to win those. We didn't, so we'll try to get better. But it was certainly it was a high level. I'm sure it was a great game to watch and broadcast.
It was. It was very, very, very entertaining, as you said. High level between two very good basketball teams. You mentioned after the game that you weren't happy with your defense and getting back.
Transition defense.
Your transition defense, yeah. When you looked at the tape, was it as bad as you thought?
It was. You didn't sit up near me on the bus, so I wasn't pleased. I think we've addressed it. We've watched a lot of film. I think our staff's done a good job with it. Obviously, we're back, kind of spending a little extra time on it. Yeah, we just partly my fault too. We found out the day before we went up there that Radir was out, and probably didn't quite prepare well enough to some floor balance issues, some communication issues. Thankfully, he's back. Looked good in practice today.
So he will play Wednesday.
Absolutely, yeah. So that's good. Coaches study these things. Our most efficient numbers defensively this year has been when he's on the floor. So I do like defense. I do trust him. He's a tough kid and he's a smart kid. And his impact is it's not always about points. His is a lot.
But he has improved that part of his game.
He has. He also takes care of the ball. Like I said, he's good defensively. He's a true quarterback. Those things help you. I thought we got a little discombobulated defense. Now, our offense on Thursday, Nick was sensational. We didn't shoot great, but our ball movement might have been better than anything last year. I was really happy with the way we shared the ball. We had some good looks that we just missed. Yeah,
and Nick with a career-high 32 points. He loves that building. He set his career high last year with 27. Too bad you don't go up there again.
Well, he's playing at a high level. We need him to continue that. I just feel like he's in such a good place right now. And you want to ride a guy like that when they're in that. The game is slowing down for him, and he's got confidence and obviously talent.
Also passed the great Chuck Lightning on the all-time scoring list on Thursday night.
Is that right?
Yes, he did.
I didn't know that. That's a heck of an accomplishment because
and Lawrence Ham.
Chuck Light and Lawrence Ham are two of the all-time greats here.
Yeah.
And maybe even, actually not maybe, better people than they are players, and that says a lot.
All right, busy week ahead. The Tigers off this weekend, and I cannot remember in the middle of the basketball season having a weekend off. And I guess you put that to good use. Give the guys maybe a little break, work them a little bit.
Yeah, some lifting, some skill work, a lot of film. Staff did a really good job. Timing was good for me. We had a death in our family, not to laugh at them. So my wife was able to go home for the weekend, and I was able to watch a lot of tape home with the kids, and then back to work this week. We've got a big game Wednesday night at home. But I can't remember the last time we were off in February. I was supposed to go recruiting with Parfait, and then this happened. He went up to New England to recruit. They lost power. It was so cold. And I don't know if I've ever heard that in basketball. So I'm glad I didn't have to travel up there.
There you go. All right, Hampton comes into CQ. First time ever that the Pirates will be here as a member of the CAA. They have won 3 of their last 4 conference games. They did lose a tough game to Norfolk State this weekend, but they are a team that averages about 69 points a game, so they can put the ball in the basket, led by Jordan Nesbitt, who's averaging over 15 points a ball game.
Their guards are outstanding. Nesbitt, Dean, and Godwin can all go and get it. Nesbitt's obviously transferred in from St. Louis, and Godwin's an Old Dominion kid that was there, and Dean was all conference. Just really elite talents on the perimeter, so it's going to really test our defense. They run good offense. They put those guys in difficult places for you to guard. So we've got to guard at a high level, which we're capable of. But we didn't do that as well the last couple games. So that's going to be where it starts on Wednesday.
Saturday, you go to the DAC to take on Drexel, a team that had a crazy week this past week, beat Charleston, and then lost to Monmouth. Just a crazy week. But they're very, very tough in that building, and it's a tough place to play because the crowd's right on top of you.
Yeah, look, we lost a tough one there last year, the buzzer. They just beat Charleston at home. That should tell you all you need to know. We had a tough game with them down here. Zach Spiker's done a great job. They've got a dominant post guy in Amari Williams, NBA level player, and they've got really good shooting and maybe the rookie of the year at the point guard more. So that'll be I think it's on NBC Sports. That'll be a high level game on Saturday.
And then Monday, you go to William and Mary to take on the Tribe, a team that you beat here at CQ like Drexel. So they're going to have revenge on their mind, and they've been playing better.
Yeah, Dane Fisher's done a good job. They'll have the kid Collier back. I watched a little of their game on Flow Sports against Wilmington the other day.
Tough game.
Tough game. Good game. Two teams playing high level. I thought the kid Rice got in, and he's dangerous. 14 points for William and Mary. Yeah, they're all hard this time of year. I'm excited about our group. I think they know there's a level of urgency, right? They're kind of all Super Bowl games at this point. We're playing meaningful games in February, so we've got to keep getting better so that we can hopefully play even more meaningful games in March.
Well, and right now you sit a game behind Hofstra and Charleston, who are tied for the lead. Then you and Wilmington with Drexel looming behind. So for the Dragons, Saturday is going to be a really, really important game as far as they're concerned and trying to get into that top four. And it's going to be very important for you to win these ball games.
What's going to be huge if we can win Wednesday. And if we're fortunate to win Wednesday, then we'll start preparing for what we know will be a hard game Saturday.
All right, so this is the first year in a while that the CAA does not have a round robin. You're playing Hampton for the first time on Wednesday, late in the year now. How have you adjusted to this? Do you like it? Do you not like it?
Well, one, I don't think it matters what I like because the people that make these decisions don't ask coaches. Two, personally, if we're going to get bigger.
But you're like, you and Bill Cohen are the deans of the league. They got to listen to you.
Those are made at the administrative level and the president's level and the conference office level. When Pitt left the ACC, Coach Dixon was in New Zealand recruiting Steve Adams. That's how he found out. So that's how these things go. I think the one thing I think we need to look at, I don't like the unbalanced scheduling. Hopefully someone doesn't get penalized this year by the better teams not playing each other the same amount, which could happen. I told Steve Eigenbrot, our esteemed athletic director, the other day, what we should do, if we're going to have 14 teams, play 26 conference games. The hardest thing at our level is getting home games. So at least if we had home and homes, we know we would get more home games. And we'd get rid of all the non-ones, and it would be a true round robin. Here's what I propose. 26 games, 13 at home, an MTE, 29. Go get bought once, and then play one maybe at one other local team. There you go.
And what did he say when you gave him that idea?
He actually liked it because the problem for places like us, I talked to the Hofstra AD when we were up there, is getting home games. So we only had 3 home games.
Yeah, and you really struggled with that this year.
I mean, in some ways, we're aggressive schedule, but the travel takes a toll on you. And, I don't know. I don't know what the solution is. I think it's tough. I understand why we've expanded. Certainly added some great institutions, but it's tricky figuring out how to play, who should play twice and how that all shakes out.
And now here you are, you're scouting a team in your conference that you haven't played all year, and you're in game 12.
Yeah.
I mean, you're two-thirds of the way through the league.
No, that is weird, right? That's a weird deal. We've had more than, they pick rivalry games. I guess Charleston's a rival for us. Well, they're not that close to us, but they're a rival because we've had good games, so we got to get down there. And Wilmington, they said to him, we play Wilmington the last game of the year.
And that's the first time you'll see them.
And we don't get them here. That ain't no easy place to play down here. So it's tough, right? It's tough, but it is what it is. We'll get ready for Wednesday and then go from here. It's always good to spend time with you, Spear. I could pontificate with you for hours.
Well, unfortunately, we're out of time. So that'll do it for this edition of the Tiger Men's Basketball Report. Again, Wednesday, Saturday, Monday, Tigers in action. Hopefully next week, the coach and I are sitting here talking about a 3-0 week. We thank you for tuning in, and we'll talk to you soon.